The beauty of early summer gardening is that a lot of the hard work is already done.
Oh yeah, the mulching and the heavy bags and all that. But now that the planting and mulching is already done, it's time to just kind of kick back and enjoy your garden, right?
I think so. To help us out, we brought back Colleen Plimpton, a professional gardener and the author of Mentors in the Garden of Life. And she's back with us today. Hello, Colleen.
Hello, Teresa. Hello, Steve.
How you doing?
I'm good. It is a wonderful time to garden, but Mother Nature has fooled us again. It's summer in the garden, even though it's not on the calendar. So we need to be aware of some of the things that we can do to make our gardening easier this summer.
Well, you know, a lot of people were out with Memorial Day doing a lot of the digging and the mulching. I saw my neighbors doing that. But
you bet. One of the things that we can do is take some of our late blooming material.
Where did you just pull that from? Do you have it on a belt?
My holster.
Okay.
You don't have one?
No, I don't have mine today, but that's okay. Go ahead, Colleen.
We are going to do a little surgery on this tall garden sedum. We are going to take the tips right off.
What is that called again?
This is a tall garden sedum, and this will bloom in the fall.
Okay.
But if you behead it now, it'll bloom even a little later in the fall when we're desperate for color. So prune it down. You can do this with your asters, you can do this with your tall garden phlox, and with the tall sedum. So they will bloom later. You're going to be sure you're killing it, but you're not. And you can actually plant these for new plants, too.
Oh.
So this is one of the things that we can do now to delay color later.
Now, what do you have to do in order to plant it? What's involved with that?
You have to have some good organic soil, and always we have to be aware of the critters. So now's a good time to get out there with our slug repellent. Steve, could you hand me that beautiful little statue right there?
Oh, this right here? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the
Nice.
best.
It's
This
lovely.
is the best slug repellent there is because
Oh, that's nice.
he eats slugs.
Wait, what? Hey, he eats them?
He eats slugs.
Did the slugs get scared of that?
Well, he
You better believe it. They run all over from the yard.
I don't understand.
he represents the organic garden full of toads, and the toads are going to eat the slugs and the slug eggs, and therefore our flowers will be beautiful.
Okay, so you need to keep the slugs away. Okay,
You need to keep the deer away, and that's why the deer repellent is so important. Deer don't like a yard that tastes bad, that smells bad, so that's a homemade deer repellent. You mix it up, you spray it.
Don't start
Steve
with me.
repellent? No. Just kidding.
How do you mix the deer repellent? What's this made of?
Oh, it's a super secret formula that I give out to everybody. 4 ingredients: eggs, water, wilt-proof, and liquid
And
hot
it's not going to
pepper
harm
sauce.
the deer.
No, it's not going to harm anything.
It turns them off.
It turns them off.
Okay, right.
They are going to leave your garden alone, so that you too can have an all-season, colorful garden.
This smells so good,
Yes.
too.
And it matches your outfit.
It's very nice.
I mean, you did that
planned
right.
that.
Fragrance is so important in the garden, and these peonies are just exquisitely fragrant, and they're so easy. Peonies are called the century plant because they will outlive you and me. They will be in the garden for 100 years.
I've got them in my backyard now, and I know you have to plant, like, you got to put a little cage around them,
You
right?
got to hoop them up so they don't go splat when it rains and thunders and storms. Yep.
Okay.
But a lot of these things are even easier than
Keep
that.
that in mind.
There are, I like to have flowering shrubs in the garden because they give you structure in the garden, and they bloom reliably, and they take up space, and they're pretty, and some are fragrant. So in here we have some flowering shrubs. We have rhododendron, we have peony, we have the weigelia, and then we have some pretty little self-sown annuals. Look at that. Is that gorgeous?
Is pretty. What is that?
That is called Love in a Mist.
Loving
Oh,
it. It's like you, dear. Loving a mist. It's so lovely.
Hey, let's look at some pictures, because I know that your garden is, I'm certain, in full bloom like it is year-round.
That's the garden in June.
How big is that garden?
Lots of color. Oh, way too big.
Really?
Let me tell you.
You work on that by yourself?
Oh, yeah, mostly. Yeah, my
Wow,
husband
that's
mows
amazing.
the lawn, but...
That's nice of him.
Yeah. And
Oh, that's
roses.
pretty.
Roses are the backbone of a summer garden, but make sure they're fragrant. Give them the sniff test when you go to the nursery. Roses.
That's
All
right.
And that's unique.
That is a hosta flower, and hosta flowers are also important in the summer garden. Some people actually clip the hosta flowers off. Hey, some of them are fragrant, and they're all beautiful. And they make good cut flowers.
Quick question about the sniff test with the roses.
Sniff test.
All right, now what are you sniffing for? Like if I'm at a garden center.
Fragrance.
Okay, so when you're sniffing them there, they should be a strong fragrance at the garden center,
They
right?
should be.
Okay.
Buy them in bloom. That way you know they're fragrant.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. And then when the fall comes, you got to clip them right down real close to the ground.
I
right?
like to clip my roses in spring, in April.
Really?
Yep.
Okay,
Are those more roses? What are we looking
Yep,
at?
those are perennial roses. That's right. And y'all are welcome to come and see my garden.
When are you
Yes,
having that?
open garden
My
days.
open
Tell us,
garden day.
Colleen.
Once a month in season, my garden is open to all comers. The next time is June the 16th, which is a Saturday afternoon from 1 till 5. More information on my website.
And you know something? Write those dates down, the 16th of June and also July 15th, because the summer goes flying by. And I know you don't want to miss the opportunity to go to your garden. We're going again this year. Remember last year? Oh, that was wild. Teresa and I in the garden. All right. Thank you so much for being here,
You're
Teresa.
very
Oh, no,
welcome.
you're